well, you have leukemia, like you have cancer. I was like, at first it hit me. I was like, what? It was like, yeah, you have leukemia, you have cancer. To have to tell my parents, you know, I'm talking to my dad on the phone, and like I can't even get the words out. Like I'm crying. I'm like, man, they say I have cancer. Like, and he's like, what? Like he's shocked. Imagine that. Like I'm telling them like this over the phone. They're like super shocked. Like I went from going for 20 every night in a basketball to not even be able to brush my own teeth. I was like, I can't watch this. Turn it off. I started crying. I was like, Mom, turn it off. Turn it off. Like I can't watch this, because it's like I had a lot of questions, like why, like how, like when, you know what I mean? Like when did all this stuff happen? Like what did I do wrong? You know, it started in the grace of God. Without God putting him in my life, I don't know if I will be here today. Like genuinely, I do not know if I'll be here. First game back.
Yeah, it wasn't this one.
Yeah, but my official first game back, where I was ready to suit up and go, I had a career high.
Jones gets loose. Bagley three. Osikowski, a great lead pass. Jones will lay.
Great shot fake and pass.
Osikowski into the corner, and the three is there. Three. Another run.
I'm like, you better guard me. Like
You better guard.
Oh, you did. Now, and because I still have aspirations of making to the NBA, making to top league, you know, divisions. After going what I've gone through at that age. And so I was there with Jason Tatum, De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, hoop man, so many hitters, Markelle Fultz, Lonzo Ball.
That's impressive.
You know, to go do it. I worked out with the Utah Jazz, the Spurs, Oklahoma City. If I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I was better than most of them guys at that time.
Welcome back to a new episode of VMA Podcast. I hope everyone is doing good out there. Second episode in English. I'm really excited. As always, let me introduce you my guy, always here, El Chameleon.
Let's go.
How are you, bro?
I'm really excited to, bro. I need to prove, guys, that I'm able to talk in English for the second episode, because on the first one, some laughed at me, so I need to prove something. And you're gonna see that, bro.
You feel more confident today?
Yeah, I feel more confident because I just needed to like practice just a little bit more. And like today, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
You feel good?
Really excited, bro.
I can see it. No, like you said, today is a special episode. For me, like, sorry for all the others, but for me, it's the episode I'm the most excited with.
You told us, bro.
Really, really special journey. So we have a guy that come back from cancer and now is a professional athlete. Really nice person. He has a brand. We're gonna talk to you about it. Andrew, welcome to the show.
Welcome, my bro.
Andrew, my guy, how are you? Thanks for being here. How are you today?
I'm good, man. I really appreciate y'all having me. I'm feeling good. You know, I'm enjoying my journey and my process here in France, and I appreciate you allowing me to, you know, be on your platform and inviting me out here today, man.
It's a pleasure, bro. Like coming back to your journey, before walking us through every step of your career and your journey. Like, can you talk to us about your experience here in France? Like, you came in January, right?
Yeah.
In Orchie. Can you talk to us a little bit about this experience?
Man, the experience has been, you know, one to knock in the books. You know, I came here at an unexpected time with a new team who had a lot of high expectations, and I've always wanted to come to France. It was on my bucket list. I never really traveled overseas much, but France is definitely one of the ones where I was like, man, I see a lot of it. I know the language, and I hear about the language all the time, and I was like, I have to go.
How about the food? Do you like it?
The food. The food has been really good to me, man. One thing I like to do is to experience a lot of things when I travel, and second year, be able to come to France and being able to try some of the amazing food, the desserts and stuff. I'm enjoying myself.
All right, amazing. So like I said, we're gonna go straight to your journey, because like I said, it's really inspirational, and I can't wait to do it. So you are from Texas, right?
Yeah.
And
Texas.
That's where you started basketball?
Yeah, I started playing basketball in a small town called Midland, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us about, like, very fast about your family? I think you have a sister that played a really nice level. So can you talk to us about the fact that maybe she inspired you in a way, you know?
Oh, absolutely. I come from a really athletic background. My father played basketball. My mom was a Olympic track runner back in her day, and then my sister is probably the highly most decorated one of the family. You know, she was drafted in the WNBA, Macdonald's All-American, Nike All-American. You know, she went to Duke and Baylor, and she's always been one of the best players to come out of basketball in her class. And growing up, I've always, you know, looked at her as an inspiration and one of my favorite players. You know, even though she's left-handed, I try to model my game after her. And then we also have an older brother who kind of paved the way for us as well. You know, he might be actually one of the better ones in the family. And I'm just being able to soak up a lot of knowledge from them. Yes. It was kind of, you know, great for me to see a lot of different avenues and paths that helped me carve out my own.
Do you want to say?
No, it's crazy, bro. And does she? How old is she right now?
Yeah.
She's finna be 30.
Okay.
So she's 29. She turns 30 in May.
So 3 years difference with you.
Yeah, 3 years. About three to 4 years difference. Yeah.
When you were a kid, like, do you play with her a little bit and work with her, train with her, work out with her?
Yeah, it used to be tough, you know, your sister beating you in basketball all the time. You know, it's not really good for your ego. You know, it's not good. You know, growing up when she used to have, you know, the spotlight on her all the time, one of the most toughest questions I used to get was, can you beat your sister in basketball? Can you beat her yet? I was like, nah, I still haven't been able to beat her. But when I got older and you know, and started to develop my game, our games became a little bit more competitive.
Okay, and
you are like more athletic than her right now.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's less difficult, you know.
Yeah, so the height and some of the athleticism kind of played in my favor. I just can't let her shoot. Man, like she has a really good handle and she can shoot the lights out with anybody. So, yeah.
Be careful of the ankles.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Is she still playing right now?
Yeah, she still plays. Right now, I think she just came back from a team. She's been battling some injuries. Okay. But right now, she's working her way to get back into the WNBA.
Good. We wish her, I don't know if she's gonna look to the episode, but we wish her good luck and
the best.
And the best
for her.
Yeah, she gonna be, maybe she might be in France, who knows?
Maybe, bro.
Yeah,
it's a really nice place to play. To keep going about your journey, you played in MacArthur High School?
MacArthur, yeah.
MacArthur, sorry for the pronunciation, bro.
Nah, it's okay,
and, bro, I saw something about statistics. I think you were averaging like 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists, bro. Like, that is Russell Westbrook's stat line over there. Like, can you talk to us a little bit about this period of your career?
So what's funny was during that time, Westbrook and Kevin Durant were my favorite players. So I wanted to model my game after them because I was fast, I was really athletic, and I had to really do a lot for my team in order for us to win. And I think it just came from the training with my father, with another close guy, Tim Martin, kind of helping me, you know, mold myself into the player that I wanted to be. And by the grace of God, I was able to put everything together. Everything decided to click at the right time, and you know, I was able to go out there and show out.
So you were an OKC fan at this time, or?
I was, man. I was definitely OKC fan, man. They were a dynasty that couldn't always get it done. But I think the organization did really good at drafting players, and they still do a good job.
But they played in finals, they play maybe the greatest or one of the greatest, LeBron James, you know?
Yeah.
It's really difficult when you play this guy.
Yeah, it is,
when this guy comes, it's really
He's
tough.
a big fan of LeBron. You will see,
bro. Yeah, I know. No, I always run into LeBron fans because I'm a KD fan. It always, I have nothing against LeBron. It's just, I've always been a Kevin Durant type of archetype fan, but he is the GOAT right now.
Bro, when we speak about scoring the ball into the basket, bro, Kevin Durant for me is the best in history. You know, one of the best.
One of the best.
Like I told you, like I'm not an expert in basketball, but it's really impressive the way like he's so tall, he's moving so fast, and his mid-range is really, really impressive, bro.
Yeah,
like,
it is. And then you got LeBron who can just do it all, and he's still doing it at 40. It's crazy. Insane. Crazy how he's able to still move, stay durable, and not get hurt. Man.
Going back to your amazing journey, so I told you before we started, like I went to the US for 2 years, and so I had the opportunity to talk with like American and how the system worked over there because it's really different from France. And they told me like when you are in high school and then you want to go to college, like the main goal is to go D1, like and more like with basketball players. You know, when you have ambition to go, for example, NBA or stuff like that, and you had the opportunity to have several opportunities after your high school career. Can you walk us through like this period, like after your successful high school career, like what was the opportunities and how was it for you at this time?
So at this time, you know, I had worked my way to, you know, being considered one of the better players in the country at this time. So I kind of had my pick of the litter. But the most important part for me was finding somewhere where I can play right away, playing somewhere where I can, you know, not be too far from my family so they can come and watch me play, and be on a high enough stage that allows eyes to be on me. You know, Division I, I think the narrative of that has changed, and as of the most recent years, because you find a lot of guys that don't necessarily go Division I right off the bat and have amazing careers, like Tajuan, for example. Tajuan started at a junior. Tajuan,
okay.
Yeah, he started at like a JUCO.
Yeah, bro.
And then he's one of those guys that worked his way up through the system, eventually went to a higher level of basketball, and now he's one of the top players, you know, in the country and at a professional level.
I have in my mind, I have Highsmith, the player from Miami Heat. I think he was playing NCAA D2.
Yeah.
And he was I think he won MVP of the Division II league, and now he's playing NBA. So yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's always good for like, it's a good accolade to have, you know, nowadays, social media, and there's a lot of perks that come with Division I, and but it's not necessarily the only route that you can necessarily take to, you know, reach the top level. So like, during my time, it was Division I, and that was one of the ways that you can, you know, put yourself in a better position to go to the NBA or become a pro. But I think nowadays with the NIL and, you know, these alternative leagues, there's so many ways, so many avenues now that guys can make it to the league or professional.
It's really interesting what Andrew is saying, because I feel like it's the same thing in football. You know, in football, when we were like a kid, we were listening people saying that if you want to go to the pro level, is academy. You know, you need to be in academy, like go every year. If they push you out of the way, football is out for you. But and we have a lot of examples of football players that never played academy, and now they are in the highest level. You know.
And not talking about what happened to you, but would you like change something in your career at this moment?
Man, I was able to get so much experience. I was able to, you know, meet a lot of people, and I hate to ever think about it, but I wouldn't change it. You know, even though there's a lot of things that kind of altered the path of my life. Where I am today, being able to travel, being able to meet new people, you know, I feel like my story is way more bigger than it has ever been if I would have just went straight to the NBA after my freshman year. So, you know, I'm grateful for where I am today. You know, part of why I started my brand, like embracing the unknown, because you don't know, you know, some of the things that God has for you in the future or what your journey might be like. You could be so focused on one thing, and then something like that changes, and you gotta learn to enjoy, you know, the little things, enjoy those moments, because if you keep looking too far ahead, sometimes you'll get distracted and you won't necessarily find yourself living.
Amazing. So talk to us a little bit about your brand that you created. Like when I was watching an interview from you, you were saying that embrace the unknown, and for me this sentence like hit me hard, because I mean the, how can I say it, like it's approximately the same type of journey that I have chosen, you know, playing football, sometimes playing far from my family. So you are going, you don't even know where you're gonna arrive. But I took a flight, I didn't know where I'm gonna arrive, who is gonna be there for me, you know, like you have to embrace it. And it reminds me what LeBron is always saying, like, sorry, I know you I know you like KD, but
no, I respect LeBron.
No, but
if LeBron, if you ever watch this, you have respect in my book. The utmost respect. I just prefer Kevin Durant.
Yeah, like
I told you, bro. But
no, but like he's saying, like he always want to be like uncomfortable, you know. Like when he feel comfortable, he feel like it's not the right place to improve. And yeah, we need to embrace this this moment where we are not comfortable, when we are struggling. I feel like it's those moments that build us. You know what I mean?
Right.
So walk us through like the creation of your brand and what it means to you.
So I started in college after I got sick. I started with the AJ1. My college did a really big thing for me. I really appreciate that. Big shout out to the NCAA and all the supporters at the University of Texas who helped donate and help sponsor, kind of, you know, inspire me to come back to play basketball. And I was able to, you know, use that moniker to kind of spread a message, you know, like whatever happened to me, I was more than basketball. And I want to, you know, connect to others in a way that I feel like that was my way of giving back.
Okay.
I feel like people helped and supported me, and I can't just, you know, give money or anything like that. So I felt like the best way I can probably give back to others is, you know, is to spread my message. And Embrace the Unknown kind of came as I was rebranding myself, rebranding my message last year. Me and one of my close friends, we kind of came up with this message, and it was something that kind of piggybacked around, you know, my belief. And Embrace the Unknown, it comes from, you know, kind of like you said, like being uncomfortable. I feel like real growth is made when you face your fears. You know, so when you're facing those adverse moments, when you face those moments of uncertainty, and you got to be able to, one, face it head on and be able to enjoy that moment, because you don't know exactly what might happen afterwards. You know, the way I envisioned my life going and how I am today was night and day, but I wouldn't change it for the world, because I'm happy with the journey in which I'm going. And I want to be able to use this brand to kind of motivate others to continue to, you know, always thrive to achieve your goals. Like, always have this sense of prove yourself right mentality with anything that you want to do, and also know that you don't know what the twists and turns may be. So instead of focusing so much on like the end result, because I had a lot of depression, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of, you know, times where like indecisive moments come into that. And if you tend to really enjoy the moment, the journey.
It's not the destination, it's the journey.
It's the journey.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I love Kobe. I love Kobe. I love Kobe. So, and I kind of want to, so he's another inspiration. The Mamba mentality was another inspiration, you know, as far as like being super diligent, super focused, hyper-focused on your path. And then other brands like Off-White, that kind of inspired the design, the aesthetic,
yes,
and the message behind Virgil too. He was diagnosed with cancer, you know, and his brand kind of flourished after that. And many people didn't know he had cancer until after he died.
So to explain to the French people, it's not just a brand, a closest brand. It's more like a message,
yes,
and a mindset behind
yes.
it. So thanks for walking us through the creation of your brand. And what do you think
You should write a book, bro. You should
know
write
what?
a book, bro.
I actually
insane.
started writing a little bit
Yeah.
when I was in the hospital.
Yeah. It helps a lot, you know,
bro,
to write.
And I still journal to this day.
Yeah.
I still journal,
So
like
therapeutic.
That's important.
daily journals, you know, because, you know, your mind gets clouded. And then, you know, a lot of time in society, talking to people is, you know, being able to go to therapy and all that stuff. It's kind of shunned, or it's to the point where you might feel, how can I say, out of place. You know, you might feel judged. And I feel like it's okay to kind of get some of those thoughts out of your mind, write it down on paper, and then at least you're not just in your head all day. Because then that's where, like you said, a lot of self-doubt and stuff like that comes into play. So when I was in the hospital, I kind of jotted down my day-to-day, and my close friend of mine, Tim Martin, is kind of working on a documentary, because he has a lot of old archive videos from the journey of me becoming a McDonald's American to college to everything. And I kind of wrote down some stuff. And
you can do a movie, bro.
And right now I'm still writing the journey. I'm still writing the book as we speak. Like, even me being here now, and because I still have aspirations of making to the NBA, making to top league, you know, divisions after going what I've gone through. You know, so I still hold myself to a high ceiling. It's kind of delusional to some. It could.
No, for me it's not.
No, but like I kind of feel like it is to a point, but I still have, you know, high hopes, high dreams, and a super confident belief in, you know, my abilities. And if anybody can learn anything from listening to me talk, would be to, you know, be like, love yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Love yourself and confident in what you can do.
Bro, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
No, it's amazing, bro.
It reminds me. I don't know if I'm able to translate it, but it's not a French proverb, but it's a quote. Do you know about the Stoicians?
Stoic.
I don't know how to translate, but it's like it's a type of people. We're going to explain you maybe after, but it's like the Stoicians are people like they got a type of vision of life, you know, in their ways, and.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, you know. Yeah. And the quote says, so in English to translate, it's like some people just wait under the hurricane, like the rage, you know, and the other ones, like the Stoicians, just learn to dance under the rain, you know.
Okay.
And your story, this episode in the hospital reminds me that because, you know, you could have been that guy, you know, who were like in the bed, just, I'm sorry, but waiting for the death, you know, just choosing to avoid the fight and just to keep waiting for the time, you know. We're gonna talk about it after, but yeah, you've been that guys, you know, that were like thanking those guys, the NBA, the club, the people that donate you some money, that help you. Yeah, the NCAA, sorry. So yeah, I'm not applaud you to, but you can be proud of you, and it reminds me that quote.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I agree with you, bro. To really stuck to your journey, because I really want to go to each part. Let's talk about your freshman year in Texas. I mean, from what I have seen, you have a successful freshman year. For a freshman, like sometimes I have seen freshmen that doesn't play a lot or it's complicated because it's the first year. I feel like straight away you find a way to play good and have an impact. Walk us through this year and just before it, walk us through the Macdonald All-American event.
Okay, so the Macdonald's All-American, that was another point of time where my belief in myself kind of manifested what I wanted to happen. I was a guy under the radar who just recently blew up, and I worked so hard. I had a hit list of guys that I wanted to play against, I want to see and to compete so I can be there. And I'm super competitive. To this day, I'm very super competitive when it comes to this stuff. And like I really give shout out to Tim Martin, my father, the AAU team I was fortunate to play with, Pro Skills at that time, that allowed me to play my game, helped me, and kind of mentored me through that period of time. And when I was able to become a Macdonald's All-American, it was a great feeling, man. I was able to follow in the footsteps of my big sister. We're the only ones in our family to do it. We're the only ones in our area to actually get it done too. So we're making a lot of history like that. And unfortunately, I didn't get to play that much in that game to kind of show for it. I practiced well. Some stuff happened behind the scenes when I get dehydrated and stuff, so they kind of didn't want me to play. But I got to prove it in the Jordan All-American game the next time.
To explain to the French people, what is this event? Like, is it the best players in the country at this age? Like, what is the...
So Macdonald's All-American, you're the top 25 player in the nation. So you're one of 25 of the best players to ever...
At what age?
At that age. And so I was there with Jason Tatum, De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, so many hitters. Markelle Fultz, Lonzo Ball.
That's impressive.
You know, so I was there with Jared Allen. Jared Allen, and I had a lot of star
amazing,
power.
Bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I had a lot of star power in that class, and me and Jared actually ended up going to college together. So Jared was there my freshman year in college.
In Texas.
Yeah, so kind of segue to that. Having that experience playing against those guys who are currently, you know, some of them are like dang near the best players in the NBA.
You can say it
right now, you know. So
bro.
It's exciting to, you know, to say I was able to be around that, you know, and I still have respect around it because, you know, people who see me know that I don't like to do the what if, but, you know, if certain circumstances didn't happen, who knows where I would be. But I still believe I'll get there. But freshman year, we had a lot of hype behind me and Jared. Coach Smart, amazing coach, amazing interpersonal guy. He's actually in a tournament right now with Marquette. They're doing really well. And he molded me. He gave me the opportunity to come out there. He had confidence and belief in me. And that's all I ever really needed, is somebody to really believe in my talent, believe in me as a person, and I'll go out there, I'll go to war for you. You know, I'll run through a wall. And I was fortunate to have that my freshman year.
At this age, it's really important to have those type of guys. You know, we talked about it in the Tajuan episode. Like, you have in your life many people that helped you at a moment, and that's really important for a player, for a person, for a human. You know, to have this type of guys.
Yeah,
you know,
bro. And yeah, confidence. When you get confidence from your coach, bro, it changes everything, bro.
It changed everything.
I play football. He was playing football, and you're still playing football. Like, it's way different, bro. When you feel like he gives you the key, you know, it's different, bro. But
it's different.
But yeah, so how many points and statistics are you average this season? Just to
my freshman year right now.
Freshman year.
Freshman year, I think I averaged about 11 points, 4 rebounds, about 4 assists.
So for a freshman
For a freshman, it's pretty decent. The only bad thing is we weren't really that good.
You didn't go to March Madness this year?
Nah, that year we weren't really that good, man. We had a lot of internal problems that kind of went over into the court, and we were a very young core. We were really young, and we lacked leadership.
And at this end of the year, did you like draft combine? Like,
yeah.
Because I read about it, like draft combine, workout with teams. Like, can you walk us through it?
That year, that was the first year you could test the waters, which you can like put your name in the NBA hat. If you weren't comfortable about your standings, you could come back and go back to college. So that was the first year that they were allowing guys to do that. So, you know, I took the opportunity to go do it. I worked out with the Utah Jazz, the Spurs, Oklahoma City, and I also got invited to the Combine.
Yeah, the Combine.
So the Combine was another prestigious, and at this time I didn't know how much the Combine really meant. And if you got invited to the Combine, you were one of the top 64 players that were on draft radars or NBA projections. And I played well. I had a good workout there. The individual shooting drills, I played really well, and I had a decent showing. I had a really good showing in the 5-on-5 setting. And I had a bunch of interviews with different teams while in that at the Combine.
Yes.
And stuff happened so fast there.
Yeah, bro.
You know, from the measurements, medical interviews. You know, going to team.
Really fast.
Everything is just being thrown at you at once, and it was so much fun. Like, it was so much fun. Like, that feeling of being there, I knew, like, yo, this is what I really wanted to do. Like, that's something this is what I really wanted to be.
You were realizing at this moment, like, I'm on the way. Like, that's what I want.
Yeah, I went from being, you know, somebody that nobody knew about to almost, you know, fulfilling that childhood dream, you know.
And how old were you at this time?
18.
18, okay.
18,
And
maybe just turned 19.
When you did all those workouts, did you see like a player like that really impressed you at this time when you work out with teams?
Man, if I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I was better than most of them guys at that time.
Really?
Like, I really did, but
So just to explain, like, everyone, when you do like a workout with, for example, Utah Jazz, it's just players that do workout like from college, or you train with the teams? Just to explain.
no. So so when you go to these workouts, they'll probably bring about 6 guys in the first phase, and it'll probably be like 2 bigs, like 2 centers, 2 guards, and then 2 wings, and they kind of match you up based on, you know, profiles and what you've done in college and stuff, and then you do some individual stuff. Play 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3. They put you through a different array of workouts, and that kind of shows like may the best man win, you know. Or even if you don't have the best workout, they kind of get to see how you are as a player, how you are as a team, how well do you understand basketball. They get to really evaluate you as a player and a person. And I'll say one guy that really stuck out to me, Jordan Bell was in one of my workouts. Tyler Dorsey was in one of my workouts. there was a lot of guys, you know, that were really good that I was like, dang, I didn't know. Dylan Ennis.
I don't know those guys.
Macdonald.
Oh man, yeah. But these guys, I had a lot of really good, talented players, and who all, you know, most of them ended up, you know, playing
Professional.
professional. So
to keep going in your journey, like sophomore year, can you walk us through that year that was really different from all the other? And how did you receive like the news from being like to receive like the leukemia? That's how you pronounce
leukemia, yeah.
leukemia. Like how this thing happened to you? Like did you start to feel tired in the game, and how was the process of?
So my sophomore year was probably, I was super confident going into that year. We had a really good team. Mo Bamba was on our team that year. Matt Coleman had came. We had a lot of returning guys. So we were, Jericho Sims was there, and we were so confident. Like, I was playing well. We went to Australia, played against some professional teams in the NBL over there. And I mean, I was playing at the top of my game. We got to play against Duke and Gonzaga in the PK80 tournament, the Phil Knight tournament.
Okay.
And during that time, I would say after PK80 is when I started to feel some changes in my health. You know, I started to feel, you know, my weight started to decrease. In workouts, I started to feel a little tired. And it wasn't until we played a VCU game, a really competitive game. That was Coach Smart's old team. And I broke my wrist that game.
Okay.
And I broke my wrist, and I think we ended up winning that game, and I broke my wrist. Me training for those like 2 weeks to come back from that injury is when I started to feel tired.
Something wrong.
I started to feel something wrong. And the people around me kind of to start to see the same thing too. Some probably thought I was getting big-headed and I didn't want to work hard, or that like I was being lazy.
Did you have like shortness of breath?
Yes, I had shortness of breath. My heart was racing really fast. I couldn't rest. You know, even me sitting down, laying down, my heart was still racing at a very fast pace. And I was coughing up blood. And I played 2 games when I came back. I played against Iowa State, and I played at Kansas. Those are my last 2 games that I played before I went to go get checked up and got diagnosed.
And bro, it's really tough for me to do this podcast, bro,
no,
because
you told me, bro.
Because when we listen to this story, like it's so inspirational the way you came back. Can you walk us through like this moment when? So it's a doctor, like you come to the doctor, how you say, desk, and he tell you like, when he tell you the news, how do you feel mentally at this moment? Sorry for those questions.
No, it's good. It's okay. So
another question to continue on it. How long does it take? You know, between the moment the doctor explains you that you need to do a diagnosis and then you have the result.
So it was a couple of phases that happened. So after one game, my parents took me to the hospital to kind of get some blood draw and all that, and they misdiagnosed me there. They just thought I had a viral infection. And the next day, I asked my father, my parents asked the team to give me a blood draw from the team doctors. And let's just say it was on like a Tuesday.
Okay.
And I got the blood draw on a Tuesday, and I got my results back on a Thursday. So like a couple of days went by while we were waiting on the results to come, and they called me to the room one morning to get the results. It was a private room. It wasn't in a hospital or anything like that. It was just a private room. It was me, my trainer, or which I say physio, and the doctor. And when they started to run down all the information, they explained what was going on. Like my red blood cells were like in the 100,000s. My white blood cells were in the 100,000s, and stuff like that. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, so what does that mean? Do I need to just?
That's
like,
the question I was going to ask you.
I'm like, so what is it? It's like a group, us 3. You're the doctor, you're my trainer, and I'm right here, and you're explaining to me, yeah, your levels are like this. You have, like, your blood cells are this way, and I'm like,
you just want me to hurry.
I'm like,
what the fuck is that? Like,
like what does that mean? Like, explain to me. And then she was like, well, you have leukemia, like you have cancer. I was like, at first it hit me. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, you have leukemia, you have cancer.
Because you didn't think about it.
Didn't think about it. And now, I don't fear too many things but God, but that was one of my biggest fears ever. Like, getting cancer had to be the biggest fear I had in my life. Because, you know, when you hear cancer, you hear about it, like, you know, it results to a lot of, you know, fatalities.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because, like, there's no research, there's no cure. And so that's all racing through my mind. And then the next question was like, well, do you want to call your parents and tell them, or do you want me to tell? And that was probably like the hardest thing to have to tell my parents. You know, I'm talking to my dad on the phone, and like I can't even get the words out. Like I'm crying. I'm like, man, they say I have cancer. Like, and he's like, what? Like he's shocked. Imagine that. Like I'm telling them like this over the phone. They're like super shocked. And I passed the phone to my trainer. They were like, yeah, we diagnosed this. Like he has this leukemia in his blood cells, and we have to get him to the emergency room like immediately. You know, because I was on a phase of, it was a blood disease, and I didn't just only have leukemia. When they ran more tests, I had a pneumonia. I had a rare pneumonia in my lungs called, I can't really pronounce it, like Legionnaire disease.
Okay.
And so I had the cancer, and I also had a pneumonia that my lung was full with blood. You know, it filled with over 2 liters of blood. And we caught it right in time. Like we caught the cancer right in time, the pneumonia, everything right in time for me to get the treatment. So everything happened so fast. It went from not feeling good, not feeling like fast, athletic, I can't hardly breathe, I'm coughing up blood. Like when I coughed up blood in my room, that's when I knew something was like really, really wrong. And I just didn't know. Like, you know, I thought it was like maybe your throat's dry when you sleep one day and you kind of like you scratch your nose. And then from there, with the transition from getting the blood draw, getting the news, everything happened so quick.
I try to put myself in his position at this moment, and like I imagine myself and I'm like, so if that happened to me, like I don't know why, first thing I will think about, you know, at this age, like my dreams, you know, I want to go to the NBA. I wanted to play professional football, and then straight after I will be like, but bro, we are not speaking about sports right now, we're speaking about my life and health. Yeah. So it's a moment like really confusing, like because you think about your dream, but bro, you realize that, bro, it's your life that is in the line right now, you know. Can you walk us through like how the next month looks like from the moment you have the news and the moment you came back on the court? Like I think there is a lot of things happen in this moment. Can you explain us like how is it for you?
So the first month, and because it kind of happened after my birthday. It happened on New Year's when I was in the hospital. Like literally like maybe like the January 4th. From January 4th to like February, it was a blur. Like I wasn't on my phone. It was like I went to maybe like 2 or 3 different hospitals before I went to MD Anderson, which is like one of the best ones in the country. And from that month on, it was just X-rays, MRIs, blood draw, different stuff like that. And I was super sick, man. Like the one thing I can remember, one thing I can really remember is like being in ICU and not being able to like stand up on my own, having to sleep on one certain side because like it hurt to breathe, you know. And it was a really like bad time, you know, as far as like not being able to do things on my own. Like I went from going for 20 every night in a basketball to not even be able to brush my own teeth, you know. So it was devastating, man. It was tough.
And you were saying in an interview that sometimes you were seeing like highlight of your game, and you wanted like your mother or your family to close it because you are like, but look at me now, I can't even stand up, I'm in the hospital. And I feel like what was maybe complicated for you as well is to see your family seeing you like that, you know. Like if I try to put myself in this situation, like seeing like my family looking at me like that, it will
That's
hurt.
the worst thing.
I think it's one of the worst things.
Yeah, like during that time, you know, and I'm getting treatment because like everybody in the hospital is like, oh, I heard you're a basketball player. I heard this about you. And I'm like, yeah, like I was, you know, like here, take the blood. And then there was a moment where like college game day had did like a tribute to me, and I seen it for the first time. I seen probably like 10 seconds of it. I was like, I can't watch this. Turn it off. I started crying. I was like, Mom, turn it off. Turn it off. Like I can't watch this because it's like I had a lot of questions like why, like how, like when. You know what I mean? Like when did all this stuff happen? Like what did I do wrong? You know, you start putting all these rational things in your mind to kind of get an understanding of what's going on with you, because it just at that time it just didn't make sense.
And it's happened so fast.
Happened so fast.
That's what shocked me. You know what I mean? Like you, like maybe I don't know how to explain, but from one month to the other, like you were playing, maybe you start to feel a little bit something wrong, but in 1 or 2 months, you know, you are from playing basketball, like dunk it, from an hospital with like surgery, stuff like that. So it has to be.
That's bad, but you ask yourself, why me? You know, why not another one? You know, that's bad, but that's what I would think if I was in your situation.
For sure.
And so after this first 2 months, like how was the process? And before answering this question, like, can you talk to us about the support you received from, you mentioned it before, the NCAA, your teammates, your university, and I want to say the whole country, So talk to us a little bit about this support and.
Oh man, it kind of put things in perspective for me a little bit, because people get diagnosed with cancer every day. You know, people get told they have this illness all the time, and for them to rally around me at this moment, you know, I felt the love and support, because one, it didn't just shock me. You know, it shocked a lot of people in the world who follow basketball, who followed the journey and stuff like that. And for them to be able to rally behind me and, you know, be able to support me at that time, I didn't feel guilty. I felt kind of guilty, but then also I felt like, dang, man, like people really care. Like there's people really care in this world about people going through these battles. And during that time, I was very fortunate to be in college, to have a good university, very fortunate, you know, by the grace of God, to be able to go to one of the best cancer hospitals. And my doctor, Dr. DeBoer, he installed more confidence in me than anybody else. Like, even when I was at my worst, he was saying, you will play basketball again. You will go to the NBA. Like, you will play basketball. You will go do this. I'm looking at you, bro. I was like, bro, I can't even move my toes. Like, what are you saying to me? You know, like, what? And he was like, I will cure you. So he was speaking into existence for me. And that kind of made me like want to just like, okay, cool. Like, everybody supporting me, everybody's watching. Like, I want to do that for y'all. Like, I want to get back playing, because y'all are inspiring me. You know, people look at me as inspiration, but I'm like, y'all understand how inspired I was from that, you know, that support. So that's what kind of drove that moment, you know, for the first month. And Valentine's Day was actually the day I was told I was cancer free, you know. So it kind of the cure even happened a little faster, you know, like far as like me being able to be in remission, and then them also. The hardest part was getting rid of the pneumonia in my lungs. You know, like I said, I had to get my lungs drained twice. And everything after for the next like year and a half was more like routine maintenance. I had a IV, I had a portable infusion that it was like a medicine bag, like a fanny pack. You know, it had a fanny pack, people wear it. Mine had like medicine in it. So mine had like, you know where they hooked the IVs up? Yes. Mine was like in a fanny pack directly in my arm. So it's like I had this thing wrapped around me at all times, and you just think he's just trying to do it for fashion. Little you know, this is like chemo medicine that's going through my body. You know, so I kind of had to work my way around that once I was able to leave the hospital. And then I went back to college and started practicing. I'm practicing with only a left hand, you know, against college guys with a fanny pack on, you know, trying to be this guy. Like, they like, bro, you need to just rest. I'm like, I'm trying to play basketball. Like, I'm trying to play. I don't care if I have this fanny pack. I don't care if I have this in my arm. Like, I'm trying to get back to normal. And I'm glad I had a coach that allowed me. I'm glad I had teammates that didn't just like, no, I'm not gonna play against him. You know what I mean? So I was really fortunate in a lot of ways to kind of have, you know, people around me to kind of like, well, if he wants to do it, all right, be safe, go play, man. Like, you know.
We're gonna keep going about your journey, but I just have a question. Like, when that happened, like, how this changed your mindset? Like, I heard you said in an interview that your purpose in life changed after this experience, this sickness, and I feel like maybe like talk to us a little bit about the fact that maybe now you are more grateful from everything. Like
sure.
you are able to enjoy everything. I feel like, I don't know, even like just training, like be able to bounce the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's something insane for you now. Like walk us through this mindset, this new mindset that you have after this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like before I was sick, I wouldn't say I was arrogant, but I was more of a guy that kind of knew I was going to this level. I kind of understood where I was going to be, and I was just like, it's only a matter of time. And then once I got sick, it kind of changed my perspective a little bit to be more of like, well, man, like life isn't always guaranteed. Tomorrow isn't promised to anyone, you know. And that kind of made me went through kind of made me empathize more with others. Even though I had been through tragedy in the past, with like my father being paralyzed and that car wreck, it kind of brought me back to my roots on who I was as a person. And being sick kind of changed my perspective. It made me want to give more than I was receiving, because I was receiving a lot at that time. Like I was receiving a lot on the court, off the court, but I necessarily wasn't finding myself giving back to the full capacity. And so I started a nonprofit organization back in my hometown. I started an AAU team built around that to give disenfranchised children in my neighborhood a chance to have resources, coaching, basketball, you know, exposure. And I partnered with the Jimmy V Foundation as well, which is one of the prominent cancer research, fundraising nonprofits in the college basketball world right now. So that was my way of, you know, just being able to, you know, understand who I am, understand my purpose that is bigger than basketball. You know, I can, even though like basketball could be one avenue, being able to inspire others who are going through similar journeys, who necessarily want to give up, who like think, oh, I got this, man, I don't have the resources, I might not be able to beat it. Like I want to be a testimony to everybody else that like you can do it, regardless if it's health, basketball, like business related, you know, even your podcast, like being able to show that like if you want to do something there, and if there's a will behind something, there's always a way, you know.
Bro, like first, like thanks to you to like walk us through this experience. I know it's complicated, and I feel like it's complicated for me to ask those questions, but I feel like I'm sure this episode will be seen by a lot of people and will inspire people all over the world. And yeah, thanks for that, bro. To keep going a little bit about your journey, can you talk to us about the moment you came back in the court, you start playing against? I have seen the video, and we're gonna put it with my guy Martin in the video when you go to the layup, foul, and you score the free throw, and everyone get crazy, and then you came back to the bench.
Bro, I didn't see that.
But this morning I worked hard.
I know, bro.
No, but like talk to us about this moment, and
So that moment was crazy because I wanted to play so bad, and my coach, being such a good dude, he didn't want to let me down. Like he didn't want to be like, no, you're not playing. Like he wanted to just like, he wanted me to be so confident, and that's why I always love this man to this day. And when he put me in there, I was like, oh yeah, it's time to go. I'm ready. I've been waiting for this moment. And it was the last like minute or two, and then when I got in, the crowd went crazy, and I'm like, that was probably like the best quadruple single I've ever had in my life. I had 1 point, 1 rebound, 1 assist. and like one steal. And I was like, I'm shooting it every time. I don't care. That was like the best. And when I scored, everybody was like, ah. So it was like, it was short-lived. I redshirted that rest of the year, but it was cool. Now my official first game back.
Yeah, it wasn't this one.
Yeah, but my official first game back where I was ready to suit up and go, I had a career high.
Career high.
Career high.
When you came back.
When I came back. First game.
How many points?
I had 20. So my freshman year.
In college, 20 is
yeah,
is
like
really
at
really
that time, my freshman year, I was getting like 17, 18, 19, but I could never crack the 20-point game. Like I just couldn't.
In college, it's difficult, bro.
It's difficult, and then I had a lot of good guys around me, so it was always hard. And then that year I had like my first game of the season, I had 20. Everything was just clicking for me, and then from there I was like, ooh, I'm back. Like I could actually play again on this level, and we ended up having a really good year, and it kind of led to me actually finishing up my college career.
So walk us very fast about this game when you scored 20. Like how was it? Because you just came back. Like how did you get the confidence so fast?
Oh, we were preparing. Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm a competitor, and I had Jay Lucas was my assistant coach, Coach Smart head coach at that time. Those were two of the guys that I cling to the most, and I wanted it so bad. Like I'm in there working extra shots up, competing against my teammates in the weight room with my strength conditioning coach, Coach Roos. Like I'm in there, I'm preparing for this moment. I'm like, I'm ready. I think I came off the bench too, and everything was clicking for me, like, cause at that time, guys gotta understand, like, at that time when I'm on the court, people are hearing the story, people are hearing about me, so they're kind of looking at me like I'm a ghost, like I'm like, I don't wanna, he just came back. I'm like, but you better guard me. Like you better guard me. like we can talk about that after the game. You better guard me. You better not let me shoot. So that was my mindset in the game. And that kind of pushed me, that adrenaline rush, when and all scorers can attest to this. When you see that first basket go in, the basket is huge.
Yeah.
Once that first shot goes in, the basket is huge. Even the second one, it's like your night, So it just I feel like it was just God. I feel like that was God telling me I was on the right path of, my journey, my training, my faith, staying consistent, and that, my time was coming. Everybody wants instant gratification.
Yeah.
Everybody wants, well, I worked yesterday, so I should have it today. Well, I've been working all week, I should have my results by next week. But then again, it could take 3 months. It could take 2 months. It could take some people 4 or 5 years. Some people get it early, but not everybody gets it. It's like hitting the lottery. Like somebody might hit the lottery once, but then again, it might take somebody 20 years until the next person gets it. So like that was kind of that still is my mindset. All the work that I'm putting in now, the ups, the downs, the setbacks, is like, okay, over a while, I'm going to reap my reward. As long as I'm keep faith and keep doing, the steps that is necessary, like. People want the results, but like, are you really doing everything it takes so that you're ready for this moment? One quote that my uncle gave me, it was like, to whom is given, much is expected, right? So if you're given a lot, or you want a lot is expected from you when that moment comes. So if you want to be the star, you want to have millions of dollars, are you preparing yourself for when that moment actually comes? Because a lot will be expected from you once you're there, right?
Exactly, bro.
And so concerning your way to play basketball, so for you there is a before and an after, like leukemia.
Mm-hmm.
There is a difference between the both type of play.
The way I play.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The style of play.
Yeah, my style of play.
Are you like not feeling more confident, but like, when you had this problem, like for me, I would be like, bro, I'm just playing for fun, Mm-hmm. I'm a competitive man, but I just want to play for fun because I know, the value of life, that's really important to think like that. And Yeah, is there a difference, you know?
That wasn't that I had to flip that mindset, you know, that being so caught up in sports and goal driven, sometimes you forget to enjoy the little things. You know, you forget to enjoy going out to eat, going to the lake, you know, going to the mall or hanging out with friends.
Just open your eyes in the morning.
Yeah, just opening your eyes, and that allowed me to take more trips. And at that time, you know, I had a girlfriend who opened my eyes to that. You know, like, man, you're working so hard for this, but like, are you really living? You're alive, but are you really living? You know, so that kind of made me, that put things in perspective. I'm like, you're right, man. Like, I'm over here busting my tail for basketball all day, man. I need to go relax. Let's go watch a movie. Let's go painting. You know, let's go to, we had this lake in Austin called Macdonald, like this big little thing. We could oversee the entire like lake and city and all that stuff. So like that also, you know, opened my eyes, and I feel that's the reason why God really wanted me to come overseas.
Yeah, that's why girls are important.
Girls are important.
Know what I
man.
mean?
Women, without them, there's no us.
Big shout out to the women. No, but the transition with like playing overseas is perfect for me right now. Can you explain us like very fast from the moment you are back on the court with your school to the moment you go overseas play in Germany? Mm-hmm. Can you walk us faster to those moments, like why and how? Okay,
so I signed with an agency, big agency. I really had a lot of respect for them. I wanted to be in the NBA. I wanted to at least be in the States playing basketball. That was the mindset for the 3-4 months I was going through the draft combine. I had a workout. If I'm gonna be honest with myself, I probably didn't have the best showing around NBA execs at that time. Maybe stuff in the past probably came on with me. One will never know. But I chalked it up. I made my own analysis that whatever I showed them wasn't enough, okay? And I'm kind of stressing myself out at this point because I'm like, dang, I'm not getting any more workouts. Dang, why am I not getting this? Go to Vegas in July. We have this thing called Another Pro Day. A bunch of European basketball teams and stuff like basketball clubs, field in the stands, you know, in a small little gym. So I went from playing in this big arena with Chet Holmgren, Jared Williams, all these other future prospects. Yeah. You know, I went from being in there, this big arena, now I'm in this little small little hot box. I'm like, all right, I'm not messing up twice. So I'm like, all right, cool. I go out there, had a great performance. Up until then, I don't think I had any other looks or offers. Why? I don't know. Like I said, like I'm big on taking ownership and never pointing a finger. If something didn't happen for me at that time, it's probably something I didn't perform well or it just wasn't meant for me. I get an offer to go to Germany probably maybe 2 or 3 days later. I'm excited. I go home to my parents. I'm like, man, I'm going to Germany. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Germany. I had an offer from Poland and not Poland, I had Iceland. And I had somewhere else. Iceland was paying a little bit more money. My agent was like, man, you don't want to go there. Like, your first year in Iceland, nah, go to Germany. I'm like, all right, I'm going to Germany. I mean, I packed my bags up. I was gone in the next 2 or 3 days. And I was like, well, then when I sat back and thought about it, I'm like, let's think about this. I've been in Texas my entire life, college, high school. You know, I probably visited some other states, but I've always lived in Texas. And then I think about my sister. She's been all over the world since she was 15. Like USA Olympics, all that stuff she played. She's in Chile, China, she's everywhere. So I'm like, man, it's time for me to go experience the world a little bit.
What was your mindset in, you are in the flight to go to Germany? Because, bro, I went to the US. Bro, the moment you are in the flight.
Looking at the window.
Bro, you're in the flight like that. You look and you are like, bro, I'm going to USA, and for you, you're going to Europe.
I'm going to Europe. Bro, I'm like, bro, I don't even know. Like I didn't know I needed like a specific type of charger. I'm like, I don't know the language. I'm like, what I'm gonna eat? And I'm on that plane and I'm in there like, how long is this flight? 16 hours? Oh, what am I, bro, I'm like, man, I might have a panic attack. But when I travel, I tend to sleep. I'm like, I can't sleep for 16 hours, you know? So it was, the experience was once of a lifetime, man. Like, even though I was older as I was leaving, I was like, this is what I wanted to do, right?
Yeah, bro.
This is a life that you decided to choose. Let's go.
So
you
keep
know,
going,
like
yeah.
embrace it. Like, you know, like we're doing this, you know what I mean?
You're gonna talk to us about this first year in Germany, but I saw a tweet you did, and you were saying like, let me find it. Overseas takes a different level of maturity and mentality.
Oh, for sure.
Can you explain us why?
Oh, for sure. Okay. So one, you're 6 or 7 hours plus away from everything that you're used to, right? Two, if you don't get on a team where there's other Americans, you're pretty much by yourself. Like right now, I'm pretty much by myself because there's no really other Americans on the team. Most of the guys speak French. Some have families. Some do their own thing. So you got to be able to be comfortable by yourself, and then you got to be disciplined to wake up in the morning, train, stay out of trouble, you know, do the right things because like you're basically a grown-up living in a foreign country. You got to abide by their rules, you know, and then on top of that, the basketball comes in. You got a language barrier, a performance expectation. You know, like some guys get contracts, but you got to, if all my professional hoopers know, all these contracts aren't guaranteed. You know, there's a lot of clauses that in them fine prints that could get you sent home.
Yeah.
So you got to be mature. You got to make sure you show up on time. You got to make sure you're doing the work. Be professional in every setting. You know.
You always have to be prepared.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to. And like, you got to be mentally strong because there'll be a lot of days where it's like, bro, I want to go home, but you can't. Because you got like 3 or 4 months left on this contract and you got to perform. And think about you having a bad game. Think about you have 1 or 2 weeks where things aren't going all peaches and creams the way you thought. Like, you and these walls, you know? So you got to learn to like go for a walk and embrace go ahead.
No, but I feel like it's what you're saying, bro, is really deep and really true. Like, for example, your team has a bad game. Like, you guys have a bad game. Your teammates go home, they have family, they have friends, they have their girl, they are home, you know? Mm-hmm. You go home in your apartment, on your by yourself, and you are here like that, you look at it, and it's really tough, you know?
The only time you can do it, I mean, to cut you off, only thing you can do is FaceTime.
Yeah.
And FaceTime is not enough. Like, you know, like, yeah, I can sit there and talk to you, I can see your face, but like, you know, we're humans, bro. We're nomadic. You know, we need people around us
in the same room.
Yeah, like that's
talking.
a different feeling, you know.
And I'm pretty sure you guys have at some point in the season some break, but it's really short. So it's really complicated to go home. Mm-hmm. But all your teammates go do really nice things with family. Like for me, when I was in the US, like Thanksgiving, really nice. Thanksgiving is amazing. But for example, 1 week, all my teammates go home in Texas, in Florida. And me, I mean, if I go 1 year, I went with one of them. It was amazing in Michigan. But 1 year, I stay in the school with like 2 or 3 teammates. I'm here and I'm like, bro.
There's nothing to do.
And I'm looking Instagram story, bro, there with family, a lot of food.
That's the worst thing to do.
Yeah.
We talk about it yesterday.
Social media, yeah.
The social media is the worst thing.
That literally happened to me like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We went on break for 2 weeks.
These 2 weeks has to be long.
But we went on break for almost 2 weeks. No, we had 3 weeks till our next game. It was 1 week where everybody was gone.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with myself. Like, I'm like, bro, I can't. The gym was closed, so I couldn't go to the gym. I'm like, well, I don't.
You couldn't go home?
I couldn't. I mean, it was so short. I just got here. You know, I mean, I just got here in
January.
You just
got here,
so they were like, well, if you go home, he might not come back. You know, like that's kind of like the joke that was going around. And I was like, well, dang. And I'm not like.
What did you do?
Bro, nothing, bro. Like, I literally tried to like work out I feel like I was in prison. I'm in there working out in my room. I went to the mall.
How many push-ups, bro?
Man, I probably did over like 500-600 push-ups in the span of like, 3 or 4 days, man. And then I was like, bro, I'm tired of doing these push-ups. And, I was like,
That's crazy, bro.
good thing. Well, and that's why it's always good to have basketball friends, American friends, because I realized Tajuan was here.
Yeah.
Taiwan was here. And
Is he the only one guy you have here? The American one?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, another friend of mine, it's crazy, their names are damn near similar. His name is Tajuan Evans. He just signed as Tajuan. But like, other than that, in France, yeah. He was the only, like, because we was on the same team last year.
Yeah.
And I just met him last year. So, but we had our personalities click. And when I realized he was here, I was like, bro, what you doing, bro?
Hey, bro. I just only did
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what you doing, bro?
I can push more.
Nah, for real. I was like, what you doing, man? Like, he was like, you on break? I'm like, yes, help me. Help me. Let's do something, man.
Do you? It's like a funny question, but do you play video game?
Oh, for sure.
Bro, because it's a serious question, because I feel like it's something you can keep a link with your friends overseas and stuff. When I was in the US, I used to play 2K a lot.
Oh, I still play 2K.
You play with teams? Like,
Yeah.
bro, we're gonna play.
We got to.
But the only complicated thing is, the difference of time.
Yeah.
Like at 3
I was
p.m., I
thinking
think
about
it's
it, yeah.
11 p.m. in Europe, so it's really tough.
Man.
The same way when you want to FaceTime your family.
FaceTime your family,
Yeah.
like if you got some old friends back at home, like I'm like, dang, I can only talk to you like at 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
I gotta go to sleep, baby. I can't be on the phone all night.
Yeah.
And then my parents like, damn, mom, I want to talk to you a little longer, but it's 10. It's only like what? It's a 5-6 hour difference. It's only like 3 o'clock over there for y'all.
Yeah.
Like 4 o'clock. I'm like, I'm gonna have to call y'all tomorrow.
I cannot disturb her.
Yeah, the way I kind of get away with it after games.
Okay.
Like after a game or something like that. Say we traveling, I stay up a little longer because I'm like, well, I'm off tomorrow.
Yeah, so
I'm off tomorrow.
You can enjoy a little bit.
Yeah, I'm off. If I'm up till like 2, 3, all right, I can sleep till like 10, 11, and then get back on cycle. Like that.
But we don't realize, but it's an odds. It's really like it's a problem because, like for me, speaking about my experience, bro, at 5 p.m. is 11 p.m. in Europe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, bro, at 6 p.m. it's midnight. Bro, I'm telling you right now, at 6 p.m. no one is answering the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And bro, me, I came to the
Yeah.
US. I came in the US without I couldn't speak English very well.
Mm.
So bro, I was like, bro, answer me, I'm alone. You know what I mean?
At 6,
bro,
That's my time, and then.
We have some group chat, and during the day we speak, and bro, at 6:30 no one is answering, bro.
Yeah.
And you need to go till the night by yourself.
By yourself, yeah.
But I had the chance to be someone really sociable.
Yeah.
So even with the difficulty of speaking English, I could make friends.
Yeah.
And it was a different atmosphere because it's university.
Yeah. What university did you go to?
I went to Ohio in Tiffin University.
Oh, okay. He was in Ohio. It was cold out there, wasn't
And for the story, bro, Tajuan has a brother that is assistant coach in the basketball team in Tiffin.
Really?
So that's crazy. Yeah.
Crazy.
The
Small
world is so
world.
small. Yeah.
Small world.
Small world.
Small world,
And
man.
yeah, just explaining you, Munir really started from the bottom. With the
English.
Yeah, in English, he really started from the bottom.
Started from the bottom.
We were at school, bro. You weren't able to.
Oh, you went to the same university?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't.
like high school.
Yeah, no. So
yeah, together.
we played together in academy, but in
Yeah.
France. He didn't go to the
Oh,
US.
okay.
I've never been to the US.
Never been?
Yeah, never been.
I
That's
think
why-
your English is good. You'll
That's
fit
what
in.
I'm telling him.
If your English was better than his at the time, you'll do good.
For me, that's all about practice,
Yeah.
Because the first episode in English was with Tajuan, and I was like I am today, but it was a little bit more difficult because I didn't practice for a long time, and it's just all about this, Sometimes we are with Munir on the phone, because he's in Andorra, and I'm in France. We work on the podcast, and we are like, bro, we need to train in English just for me, just to practice because I ain't got no one here to talk in English with,
Unless you just talk to yourself, but that'd be weird.
Yeah, that's really crazy, bro.
Just in here speaking American English, like
You're laughing at that, but just 2 hours ago, bro, when I was just parking the car, I was just like training myself in the car just alone.
What's up, Andrew? How are you doing?
I swear, bro, I was saying that.
Hey, what's up, bro? How are you? I'm good. What's your?
Hey, man, got you. I swear, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So Andrew, coming back to your journey, we have a couple minutes left. The time is running when we are talking with you
I know.
because
Yeah.
you are so inspirational and we love to exchange. It's really nice.
We could stay for 3 more hours.
Yeah,
bro.
bro, I
And
swear.
the conversation is just flowing. It doesn't feel like we even, just feel like I already know y'all and we just met today.
Of course, bro. I love it. I fucking love it. Can you walk us through this year in Germany where you were playing with Tajuan and you guys won the league?
Oh.
I have watched with Alex an highlight video, and bro, when you have the ball and Tajuan is coming, pick and roll, and you do alley-oop and he's doing that shit,
That was crazy.
I love it. Can you walk us through that year?
Man, that year, that team and that organization, they are super professional. They do things the right way. They know what they're doing, and they brought a group of guys who were hungry, who were all about the same.
Underdogs.
Yeah, man, underdog. Yeah, man. They brought guys who were on a mission, and wanted to buy in into one goal, and the work ethic that went on throughout that entire season, the time that we put in as a team on the court and off the court, is unmatched. Like if you're not in the gym, working out, training, you were the odd guy. So it with the passion that we had and like the camaraderie that we had with the team was surreal. I've been on a lot of championship teams, but that's probably one of my favorites because, everybody was there for the team. Everybody played their hearts out every night, So playing with Tajuan, who's a fierce competitor, who is like, I'm going to go out there and give my all and all that, like that rubs off on me. Because if he's piped up like, yeah, I'm like, let's go. Like, yeah, let's come on. Like, I'm on the same time as him. And it was super fun to play with him because he was so dominant. And, me being a floor spacer, you can't help off me.
Oh, yeah.
Please help off me to go double team him. Boom, he has 10 assists that night. Okay, we're not going to let him shoot. Okay, now he has 30. So we had a good little yin and yang kind of action going on.
Yin and yang, yeah. I love it.
That's crazy. And it's funny that you are saying that because I don't know if you remember, Alex, but first episode with Rémi Descamps, we were talking about the fact that if you want to succeed as a team, you need to be closer to your teammates, have a good atmosphere into the group, and that was present that year if I listen to you. And individually, how was your season like? Did you score more, pass more? Can you talk to us about?
In Germany.
In Germany, yeah.
In Germany, I had a really good season. I probably averaged about 10 points.
You were starter?
I was a starter.
Okay.
Yeah, and I shot like 40% from the three, about 37, 38. About 90 something from the free throw line, about 3 or 4 rebounds. My role wasn't as big at that moment. Like you said, about buying into a role for the greater good, for the hopes of winning a championship. I knew who the veterans were on the team. I knew kind of how the team was structured, and it's all about starring in your role, and as a guy who was used to having to shine, a guy who used to having, everything run through him, I wanted to win. I wanted to prove that I could be a team guy, and that's the only thing that mattered to me at that time. So do you think I could have did more? Probably. But do you think we would have won a championship?
That's crazy, bro.
So you stepped down a little bit for the good of the team.
Yeah, I didn't have an ego. I didn't go out there. I had my moments where I felt like I should do this, should do that. I'm human. I had my moments where I felt like I should have did more or I could have did more. But, the way the team was aligned and how the team was going, I fit in a certain role on this team, right? I know that if I'm on the court at this time, I can produce. I know that I'm respected enough on this team that, regardless of the production numbers that I have, you know, my game will still be respected. And I just had a guy like Tajuan who was unguardable, you know, literally unguardable. And then I had other pieces around me, especially in my position, because, you know, there's certain rules in certain leagues about, you know, who can be on the court at the same time, how many can be. So I just happened to have another good player in my position who happened to be a native of that country. Okay. So there was barriers that was fought that I could have, you know, nah, I don't want to be here. I want to leave and stuff like that. It could have been barriers like that where I could have did that and I wouldn't have been a championship my rookie year, you know. So it was it was a situation where, you know, I really wanted to win. The team really wanted to win. And nobody on the team thought any less of me. I still had really standout games, you know, throughout the entire season.
Before continuing, can you talk to us very fast about Tajuan? Because he's a guy that we really love.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with me.
I agree, bro.
He's a special guy. Like, he has an energy really positive. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed speaking with him, and we stay in contact. Sometimes I show him my highlights about football. Mm-hmm. He told me when he has a big game, like, we are in contact with Tajuan. And, you know, I just sent him a message on Instagram, and he was down. You know, I didn't know him, and I really appreciate that about him. But can you talk to us about the person he is, the athlete he is? You said he's unguardable, and the relationship you had with him off the court and on the court?
Man, I met him last year. I could say we probably know each other now for a year. And knowing his background, knowing his history of how he was able to get to where he is, what kind of made me really cool with him is because we share that same fire and passion for basketball and competing. And then also he comes from a big family, so he's big family oriented. So with guys like me and him, we don't necessarily gravitate to everybody. We don't try to be friends with everybody just to say to be friends to be popular. You know, there's a real genuine connection behind all this stuff. And he was probably one of the closer friends I had in Germany, just because we were like literally next door neighbors. Yeah. Like my house is here, his house was there. You know, so we literally we were just super cool based off that. And you know, he's a good dude. You know, he was a really good dude. And then on top of that, his attention to detail on basketball. Like, I'm a basketball junkie. Like, I love basketball. So if you love basketball as much as me, we're gonna be cool. Like, we're gonna have a common interest, because say we have a tough game. Oh, we have to figure out what we do wrong here. Like, dang, how do we do this? Oh, we had a good game. All right, cool. Like, let's build on this. Let's try to be consistent on this. And we was always in the gym. So he was another guy that, me being a rookie, that was probably his third year. So he was a little bit more experienced, even though we're the same age. He was a little bit more experienced in the professional realm. So he was kind of like a guy that I looked to for, you know, not necessarily like guidance, but kind of understanding of what it takes to be a professional over here.
Because it might be maybe different. Like, it's different that being a student, being in college is way different.
It's way different, yeah. It's a business now. You know, it's a business about being professional, and it's about, you know, doing your job, literally doing your job every night.
There is money behind, you need to perform.
You need to perform.
Like, maybe, I don't know, but maybe in college it's a little bit different. We take times, you have potential, we're gonna, like, you know, take the time with you. In pro level, it's different.
It's money, yeah.
Do you want to add something?
No, I liked what you said about your relationship, and what I'm thinking is that a friendship between two players is really important, first of all, but it's really important when those guys can, you know, explain to another guy, between them, they can say that, bro, this night you played shit. You know, when you are able to being honest, you know, with the guy, and just explaining him that, bro, this night wasn't good for you. You know, we need that. We just don't need, you know, guys around us to always like repeat, oh, you're the best, bro. Yeah. Oh, you played so well. You will be on the top like in 2 years. Or we need some guys, you know, that are honest, bro.
That are honest. And a lot of people, and you got to be careful, because a lot of guys can't take that, and a lot of guys won't be honest with you or themselves. And it takes actually, like you said, building a genuine relationship to where you can actually be honest with this guy, knowing that he's not going to get mad, knowing that he's not going to be like, oh, bro, you just want to do this, and wanting to feel angry at you for telling him something that he didn't want to hear.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's a tough pill to swallow. And what's crazy was, to this day, me and Tajuan still do it, and we're not even on the same team. You know, I watch some of his games, he watched some of my games, and when you have a respect for somebody and their knowledge of the game, you kind of want to know what they're thinking.
Okay.
Like, you kind of want to know, like, well, this guy, I respect that he knows basketball. Hey, what do you think here? What can I do better here? If you want to get better, if you have a growth mindset of being able to take constructive criticism, you'll grow. It's all about getting better. Like, you know what I mean? It's all about wanting to expand your game, even if it's hard to hear, even if you don't want to hear it. Like, I even tell him something, I don't want to hear it, bro. He like, I know, but
You want to be on the top, you have to hear
you gotta hear it. You gotta hear it. You know?
It's tough, bro. Sometimes
It's hard.
You play bad. You know you play bad. You don't want to speak, but it's important to receive this criticism.
We had times where we'll have a game that we should have won in Germany. We had games that we should have won, and we're like, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. He'd be like, I don't want to watch it. I'm like, but we got to. like we have to. I don't care if you don't want to watch it. Play. Like,
it's important to watch it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really important.
To continuing about your journey, because like I said, we are running out of time, but we still have time because we are enjoying this moment. Can you talk to us without going into details, but this transition time between this experience in Germany and this January 2024 arriving in Orchie in France? How was this moment, and why you didn't have club for, like, to explain to the people why you didn't have club for 4 or 5 months? Like, how was it for you, and why?
There was some complications that went on between, you know, my previous club and me. They had a vision for me and for their club that didn't necessarily align. And I was there, but while I was there, certain things transpired that I'm not proud of, but it's just the way it happens sometimes in sports. And from there, I ended up leaving like late August. I was home for about 4 or 5 months, and kind of like we talked about, like me being a role guy in Germany on that championship team, you know, necessarily was something that I wanted to fit in, but it made me want to be somewhere where I'm wanted. Maybe somewhere where I'm wanted. I want to be there, they want me there, and you know, you feel appreciated. Everybody wants to feel appreciated into some capacity. And I went, I had an agency change at that time, and I was lost. I was a lost period of time, kind of considering not playing anymore.
I want to cut you here because I had exactly in football the same period of time in 2023, so last year. I was without club in 6 months, so I know what it feels and what is going through your mind. So walk us through this experience. Like, what was in your mind? Like, will I go again overseas? What am I gonna do? Like, keep playing, trying here in the US? Like, what was like your ambition at this moment? Did you doubt a little bit?
Oh yeah, for sure. When I was home, I'm like, man, this is how my professional career is gonna end. Like, I play 1 season, win the championship, and then like I don't play no more after that. Like, it's funny now, but at that time I'm like, there's no way that just happened to me. And then like just how that thing is sitting right there, I'm at home like
We're gonna zoom it.
Bro, I'm in there like no way I just did this. No way this just happened to me. And at the time, you know, I have a lot of respect for my previous agency. And they have so many players that, you know, when one goes bad, like, it's hard to kind of transition and pick back up. And I was demanding because I wanted to play so bad. And I just didn't know. I felt like I wasn't enough. I felt like I wasn't good enough to play. I felt like nobody wanted me. And I felt like, well, if this is the case, like, I need to just go find me like a job, go be a recruiter or something like that. And I had like another spiritual awakening right before New Year's. I never gave up playing basketball though, but I was always training. I trained every day, 3 times a day, you know, doing stuff, you know, even had like just doing stuff like that, like to kind of keep myself going. Because if I was my thing is like, if I stop now, then like I won't be ready for the moment that comes. I'm like, well, something's good if I'm working out every day, if I'm training every day, like I said, like doing what I'm supposed to. I won't get the instant gratification, but something will happen. And I had an intuition right before New Year's. I cut my hair. I hired a new agent, and I was like, all right, we finna have like, I'm finna evolve. Let's do something different. You know, I feel like I need to do something different in my life. And then next thing you know, 2 weeks after I hired my new agent, he found me a new job. I'm somewhere where I'm wanted. I'm somewhere where, you know, I feel appreciated, and I'm at a point where I'm not in a situation where I have to like take a back seat.
Yeah.
You know, I can express myself the way I feel like I really need to. And sometimes you need that. Sometimes, regardless of the level, sometimes you need to be able to play, have fun. You know, like have fun in a situation where like, man, I'm playing how I want to play. I'm playing like with a team that really wants me, coach, like I got the keys again. Like that's a great feeling to have. And then after you have fun and all that, and then you want to go up to another competitive level, then you can fit in again. You know, then if you do well how you want to play here, somebody might see that in a higher level and be like, hey, we want you to do that here. Like, hey, I like what you did there. I don't want to limit what you can do. I feel like you can do that here at our level, and we want you to do it. So like training yourself to be better, because like it's one thing to be like, hey, I want to take 20 shots a game, coach, yada, yada, yada. And you don't prove it, the numbers don't prove it and all that. And you go to a team where you're only taking about 3 or 4. You got to blend in because there's another guy there. Do you sit there and just be angry? Or you're like, you know what, I'm going to take a step down somewhere else where I can prove to like, hey, this is what I look like when I play like this. This is what I can bring to a team when you let me play like this. And they be like, oh, okay, it actually looks pretty good. Let's see what you can do up here, you know?
To jump on about what, just before you signed in France, when you were at home and you were training, like I was in the exactly same situation, and I know how tough it is to, you know, have the discipline every morning to go training and then go training in the afternoon. And you know why you are doing that, but sometimes like you are by yourself and you're like, there is no opportunities, like I'm doing that maybe for nothing, you know what I mean? And it's really tough, like mentally you have to be strong. And Jimmy Butler is another athlete that I am really inspired about, and he say every time he said like, you need to work to be ready for this opportunity, because if you are not ready when the opportunity comes, it's on you then.
It's on you.
Know?
Yeah.
And talk to us about how grateful you were about this opportunity to come here. Like he was like,
man, to this day, I'm like, one, I thank my father, I thank the Lord upstairs and my parents for, you know, being with me during that time. My mom helping me, rebounding for me at that time. My dad putting me through workouts, being able to have a connection with my old high school to allow me to come work in there and train and stuff like that. So I'm super grateful for that. And then the mindset of, you know, it takes a village to grow, and because it can get lonely during that time of uncertainty, during that time of where you feel as if, man, I'm never going to do this again. I always dreamed of this, and I won't be able to do it again. And then when I got that call from coach that he wants me on his team, I was like, what? Okay, so people do want me. Like, some people do want me to play. I am good enough to come out here and play.
And you can dream again.
Ooh, bro. Yeah. Now a whole new light. Like, I was confident then, but then it's like, okay, now let's go make this man look good. Let's go show them why your decision to bring me here is going to be a good one. And so far, I'm doing it. Like, I'm living to the expectations of myself and of the club, you know? So I can be only grateful. We got 5 games left of the regular season, and we're fighting for that playoff spot. From where they were when I got here till now, we can be satisfied or we can want more. You
and
know?
I know you want more.
You've been with me for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
You know?
I know.
You know what I want.
Before asking you like the last couple questions we have prepared because we arrived to the end, I told you before the podcast I was doing my research about you to prepare this episode, and I saw a really short like documentary about Orchie, and you didn't know about it because you don't understand French, but your teammates was saying that they really like appreciated the way you came in the team, like being like so humble and not being the guy that coming from America, I was a top prospect, like I'm better than you guys. You came like in French we say walking really slowly and like and you show like
you don't make any noise.
Yeah,
you know.
You show your level by your skills, your mentality, and you become a leader really fast in this team. That's what they were saying, and like being an hour and a half with you, I completely agree with them, and I'm sure you are as well.
I love the mindset, bro.
So, like I said, we have a couple questions for you. Do you want to start, Alex, with one question, or you want me to start?
Go for it, bro. I will follow.
Okay, so one question I love to ask, it's really funny questions, you know, to open up a little bit the debate. But if tomorrow you have a dinner, I love this question. Tomorrow you have a dinner, and you can bring like 3 people that you don't know, you know, not,
that I don't know,
not family, not friends.
Okay.
People that you take inspiration from them. Who would it be? In basketball or outside of basketball?
Ooh.
Just to help you, Tajuan said Draymond Green,
Barack
Obama, and Jay-Z.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I actually know Kevin Durant, so he can't come.
You know him?
Yeah.
You have his number?
We're not going to disclose that.
Maybe it's gonna come to bed.
Next time I come back with him.
Who would I bring? Who needs to have? Who can I have lunch with?
Well, it's really difficult
dinner.
question.
Man, this is a good difficult question. Let's go. Who am I having dinner with? Dang, you put me on the spot. I'll probably go Damian Lillard. I know him though.
No, not Damian Lillard.
I know Dame. I can't do Dame. Cause I've had communication with this guy before.
Yeah, you need someone that can
I don't
bring
know.
you something.
Man, I don't have that many idols nowadays no more, man.
Maybe outside of basketball, someone
Yeah,
that
I know,
can bring you business.
Cat Williams. Cat Williams would be a guy that I would love to sit down and have a conversation with him. He's funny, but he also has some unpopular opinions that I like. So Cat Williams is definitely coming to the table. Who else? Damn, this is crazy. Who else? So, Cat Williams. Who else is gonna? Kyrie Irving.
My guy. Love him.
Kyrie Irving. I definitely want to do Kyrie. I want to have dinner with that guy. And so I got Cat, Kyrie, and who else? Oh, I know there's some people. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle.
Okay. And you, nice discussion with the 4 then.
Say what?
Will be a great
Together.
dinner.
Oh, it'll be a great dinner. Yeah, it'll be a great
crazy.
dinner. Nipsey Hussle's dead. Can we do that?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
no
So it'll be
problem.
Nipsey Hussle, Cat Williams, and Kyrie Irving.
Nice answer. I will take it.
Nice answer, yeah?
Yeah.
I got 2 questions. The first one is like, if you have an advice to say to the people that will watch the video, or maybe to the guy that you were at the age of 15 or 10 or 12, what would it be?
What I would tell, my younger self or anybody watching this, like kind of what we piggybacked on earlier, embrace your journey, embrace who you are, cherish the moments that you have with your loved ones and the family around you. Love yourself, and then also be confident in anything that you want to achieve. If you believe that you can go and get something done, truly believe it, and it will manifest for you as long as you're doing your due diligence and the right things that correlate and correspond with what you want to do. You will be able to achieve your goals.
I
And
got
now
you.
you think.
And now you think.
You,
I'll let you the one with
you can ask the question with about being grateful, and then we're gonna.
Okay, bro. So the last question, as we told to you, like 1 hour ago, we did this podcast, you know, because we want to, like your last sentence, we want to advise people, we want to inspire people, but we want to like thanks people too. You know, we are really grateful about what happened in our life. You know,
We are grateful for being here. You know?
We are grateful for every moment we spend, you know, together. And about your journey, what happened to you, like if you could be grateful to like 1, 2, 3, like many people's, who would it be? You talk about it, but you can, you know, tell it like on the camera, maybe if you have a message.
So people that I try to keep the list short.
Yeah.
And I try to group some people together. Number one, I thank the man above, God. I thank him. Without him, there's no me. And without him, I wouldn't be here with you today, dealing through all the trials and tribulations that I've been through. I'm a firm believer that I'm here because of him and serving his purpose. 2, my family. So when I group my family, my mom, my dad, for, you know, installing this personality, this mindset into me, to fulfill and live out my dreams regardless of the circumstances. And then my sister for, you know, paving the way for me, showing me what this lifestyle can be if you, you know, truly go after it. And then my older brother for installing this mindset of being fearless, being, you know, confident, and being, you know, true to your word and what you want to be. Thirdly, I would like to thank everybody from the University of Texas who helped me along my journey, helped me through my times, my worst times and my best times. And the head of that would be Shaka Smart. I'm truly grateful for him. He's actually playing in the March Madness. I think the Elite Eight,
They are still in the...
Yeah, he's still in it, and he's an amazing guy. And fourth, I'd like to thank my doctor, Dr. Jabor at MD Anderson. He was, you know, a very, very pivotal person in my life that without him and the grace of God, without God putting him in my life, I don't know if I will be here today. Like, genuinely, I do not know if I'll be here playing basketball, being able to travel the world and spread my message in France. Like, you know, like I wouldn't be here. And then lastly, I would like to thank, you know, all my supporters. I don't want to say fans, I want to say my supporters. All the people who have stuck with me from the beginning to now. Even you two for, you know, doing your research and like really understanding my story, understanding my journey, and allowing me to use your platform to continue to spread the message. You know, I want to be able to continue to let this story live on, and you are allowing me to continue to spread that message. So I'm truly grateful for you for allowing me to do this, because I'm not from here. You know, I'm an American. I'm playing in a smaller town out here in France. So for me to be able to show my message and, you know, be able to give to others worldwide, that has always been, you know, another part of my journey, is to just not only be able to inspire people in the States or people who speak English or who look like me. I want to be able to spread this message globally, you know, because everybody's going through something, you know. So that was long-winded, but that was kind of like my...
Bro, that's perfect.
That's perfect, bro.
It's like I got something.
Yeah, no.
Know what I mean, bro?
No, no, bro, thanks for your words. We really appreciate it. I speak for me, but I speak for Alex and Martin that doesn't understand anything, I think, right now. But we are grateful for what you just said. And before going to the conclusion, like I said, I speak for my team. We are thankful to have you here. It was an amazing episode. Nothing against all the guests we had, but for me, it was the episode the most inspirational for the people that are watching and listening. And it was difficult for me, like being brutally honest. It was difficult for me because when you speak, I just wanted to listen and like to understand, and I wasn't
We
like
just don't want to.
yeah, I wasn't
don't want to talk.
yeah, I wasn't in my role, you know,
Yeah.
like it was really tough for me. Like I wasn't intimidated, but it was really complicated because your story was so like deep and strong. Like I had sensation when I was listening to your story. So thanks for being here and spreading your message. And I'm sure your message will be heard all over the world.
Yeah.
We're gonna do everything for it to be shared around. If you have a last word before the conclusion of Alex, or something to say to us or to your fan or something, and then we're going through the conclusion.
I don't know how y'all podcast will be posted on like YouTube or anything like that, but hey, make sure everybody follow, subscribe. They're doing something really big here. They're being very inclusive to Americans, they're French natives and everybody. And this is a really good podcast that they're going to actually blow up. I think they're going to do really good things here. And then also the Embrace the Unknown merch is out now. The link is www.aj1co.com. Please continue to show support of both social media and online.
Thanks, bro. We're gonna put all the subtitles in the bio of YouTube.
Hey, that's my first time doing something like that.
Yeah.
I used to see it all the time.
It's dope, man.
You are better than me, bro. It's like I don't need to
I was
do anything.
I used to see it all the time. I used to see
It's
people
dope,
do it.
huh?
I was like, this is my chance to kind of get everything out there. Because I'm like, in my journal, in my journey of like business, you kind of gotta plan. You gotta have your plan for success. What you want to do, like you got your quarterly statements. Some people do. I try to do it every day, and the one thing that I'm working on is marketing. Yeah. Marketing and social media interactions. I can sell in person. I feel like I can sell water to a well. You know how I can talk, but then the hardest part with social media, it's all about. Unfortunately, it's about popularity, who's who, and the trendy stuff.
And it's not in your natural.
And yeah, man, and it's like that's something that's outside of my control, and I'm learning, and this is one aspect from watching others, seeing podcasts, like you doing your research, I do my research, and that's one thing that even though it's something that you don't want to do,
it's important for the process. And we're gonna do like a reel about your brand, and we're gonna mention your embrace the unknown.
That would be cool.
That would be amazing.
I gotta go order some more merch now.
Yes. All right, Alex, it's your turn.
Yeah, bro, it's like I don't have nothing else to say, bro.
No, you have everything
like
to
you did
say.
it for me, bro. But yeah, that's the end of the episode. Like usual, we are thankful to everybody who is sitting here, Munir, Martin, and you, Andrew. Thank you for the words and everything else. Guys, don't forget to like, to subscribe, to comment the video, and just don't forget to shop some stuff on the brand.
I'm gonna buy one.
It's dope. What?
I'm gonna buy one for sure. I love it.
I know it, bro. And just being thankful, and see you on the next episode, bro. And don't forget one thing: embrace the unknown.